Hello, I'm Cindy with Wisconsin Voices for Recovery, and this is Speak Out on Stigma. Today we'll be hearing from Lynette. Hey, Lynette, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
That's good. I'm good. So tell me, how does stigma against people perpetuate substance use disorder?
So I believe it perpetuates substance use more because people feel less than. A lot of times there's labels that are connected to using, that degrade people and that makes them feel inferior and they continue to use that way. I think it's just kind of people that struggle with addiction, their self-esteem is so low already. And to be stigmatized and kind of outcasted, you feel you get more embarrassed, more shame, and it makes you cower instead of it come out, and it doesn't make you talk about it. It makes you kind of hide it. um I use this analogy a lot, but it's so accurate in my mind that people that struggle with any other disease do not get stigmatized. If people have cancer or diabetes, they don't get looked down upon the way people do that struggle with addiction. And I just it's really really sad. So I think it just keeps it going because it's harder to stop when you feel like you're wrong for what you're struggling with.
Yeah, it definitely poses a barrier. And, it just kind of what comes to me is like it's just like a heaviness, so already dealing with um the difficulty and maybe internalized, shame from having
Yes.
substance use disorder, and then the weight of stigma being placed on top of that can make it even harder to reach out and get help.
Yes, for sure.
And how can stigma lead to lives lost?
It kind of piggybacks off what we already said, but um, I've seen so many people that I have known in my lifetime, and I mean, as you know, it's such a prevalent thing nowadays, especially with the fentanyl epidemic. Um, People don't reach out for help, so they continue to use, and it becomes fatal. The progression of the disease just ends up killing them. So yeah, it just keeps it's kind. I'm kind of repeating myself, but that's how by the stigma of the disease being perpetuated to keep going, people just get sicker and sicker and they end up losing their lives. I think, and there's also a lot of less resources out there, I feel like, for like inpatient and stuff like that. Um, there's not as many places for people to turn. I think it, like peer support, other people that have been through it are like, should be helping others to come out and um, raise awareness that, it's not as, it's not anything. Nobody wakes up in the morning and wants to struggle with the disease.
You had mentioned peer support, and I think the importance of peer support is to help, be that person that someone with substance use disorder can connect with to help get
Yes.
through some of these challenges and barriers. And so they have a crucial role to help with stigma as well.
Yes. And just like the hope that we can give each other of that, it doesn't mean that the because you're struggling now, you're going to struggle forever. Um, and lead them, guide them, just support them while they're going through it, rather than looking down at them, making them feel less than. There's so much shame around addiction in the first place that the stigma just solidifies it even more in someone's mind.
Hmm. Hmm. I thank you for that. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm grateful for what you guys are doing. I've come to two of the rallies at the Capitol, and that's how I got that. I don't remember how I first found out, but I think it's an amazing thing that you guys are doing. Um, Stigma is the biggest. I think there's not enough people don't realize as much of how it can affect people. So I think it's great that you're like solely focusing on that.
Yeah, and I mean, it can take a whole village, a whole community to raise awareness. And I think, education and raising awareness on stigma is important. And the more of us that come together, and the rally is one part of that, the more that we can come together, the louder our voices can be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Lynette, for sharing your views on stigma.
Thank
And thank you
you.
to our viewers for watching. Speak Out on Stigma is a forum to raise awareness about the harmful impact of stigma on those in and seeking recovery. Recovery is for everyone. Together, we can eliminate stigma. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Thank you and have a good day.